The following is for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to a brand new playthrough in LA Noire, another very special game to me. I say that a lot, and I know that, but that's just because a lot of the games that I play on YouTube, and the purpose that I do YouTube is I want to revisit classic games from my childhood that meant a lot to me. So when I say this game is special and has a place in my heart, I have a fairly big heart, okay? I've got room for all these games, and LA Noire takes up a big chunk of that. And one reason why is because when the game came out in 2011, I think I got it for like Xbox 360, I was playing it over the summer, and I was having a really hard time sleeping, and it wasn't like some sort of like medical issue or anything, but it was some sort of mental stress and trauma that I was dealing with, and I was having a really hard time going to sleep. I would stay up for hours, and I just couldn't get it out of my head. Tons of thinking, non-stop thought, and I just couldn't break away from it. But when I got this game, not only did the immersion of the world that's built around this storyline and everything really captivate me, but there were countless times where when I had trouble sleeping, in order to kind of mellow me out, I would pull this game up, I would sit on this menu screen, and I would watch Agent Cole Phelps here walk around and do his thing in the alley for hours. And the music itself is just so fantastic. This song by Andrew Hale, I believe, it had such a profound impact on me because it would help me slow down. It would help me take a step back, and it would help me chill, and I would just be so mellow, and then I could finally have a peaceful sleep. There were so many times where I was playing this game and I was like, you know what, I need a break, and I would just put this song on and I would listen to it, I don't know for how many hours into the late summer nights, and fall asleep on the couch while playing this game in the living room. It was a huge deal to me, and I just loved it. And it was great too because like during the summer your parents work, right? So I'm like at home by myself, and I would be asleep on the couch, and I would just like momentarily wake up in the morning when you hear the sound of the door shut after they were leaving off to work, and then I could pick up the game and continue on again. Now, this game also has some other important relevances, is that the right word? Relevancies to my youth. And one is that I have always loved this era. The 1930s, the 1940s, 50s, and 60s are absolutely, they enthrall me. They're beautiful. I love so much about it. I mean, obviously there's a huge equality problem, but it's not so much that. I mean, I'm not, the things that this particular era is known for on the good side, I'm very interested in. The not so good side, obviously that I don't align with, okay? I mean, well, we're not going to go into a social political thing, but just know I'm aware that there are some of those things that take place during this era from 1930s to the 60s. This game takes place in the 40s in specific, but I've rewatched Mad Men like a bajillion times, which is in the 60s, but I bring that up because the main guy that you play as, Cole Phelps, is the same guy who plays Ken Cosgrove in that show. So if you watch Mad Men, you've probably seen him. It's not only the voice actor, but also his physical likeness and his face are in this game, which is really cool. And speaking of faces, when this game came out in 2011, one of its biggest features, and I think it was the only game, I don't know of any other game that's done this. Well, now with advanced technology, they probably don't have to, but it used a very special engine specifically regarding the facial expressions and social cues that characters would provide when doing little detective works and investigations. And so the big draw of this game is that you have to pay attention to who you're like questioning and tell whether or not they're lying, telling the truth, or they generally don't know, or they're hiding something along the lines of that. So that's something I was never good at. So that's definitely something that I'm gonna probably need some help with as time goes on. And also, this is a game that I never beat. I don't really know why I never really beat it. Part of me, I have like this obsessive compulsive thing where there are certain things that I just like don't want to say goodbye to. And I think part of the reason why I never beat this game is because I didn't want it to end. And I've always loved this era for the visual style. I love the outfits. I love the coloring. I love the way people talked. Minus obviously the misogyny, the racism, that stuff I did not like about that. But I just like the way that people spoke. I love the hats. I love the tailored suits. I love the cars. I love the music. I just loved everything about this era, except for obviously the bad stuff. But we're going to ignore that because there's obviously some good here. I really love this story so much, and I just never got around to actually truly beating it. So this is going to be a very special game for me because I'm going to beat it for the first time with you guys, despite the fact that I've played it many, many times. I get so far, and then I take a break, and then I come back to it and restart. And it's weird because every time I played this game, I never picked up where I left off. I always restarted, and I got about XYZ way through, and then I started over again. I never wanted to pick up the story without getting all of it. And if you're looking for like a lot of action and a lot of intense gunfights, some of that is here, but that's not really what the game is about. It's not like Max Payne. This game was developed by Team Bondi and published by Rockstar Games, but they didn't develop it. So it's not going to be like a Max Payne 3 type of situation. This game is grounded in a lot more reality. It's all about this noir feeling, the era. It's all about trying to investigate and find clues and take down, you know, the culprits and the bad guys and the guilty and all that stuff. So this is going to be a very casual playthrough. I think it'll be fun, but it is going to be very casual. But nonetheless, I thought it would be a great addition for the channel, and I've been looking forward to playing this for a long time, but the reason why I haven't done it until now is because I had thought that there wasn't going to be an audience for this. And there still might not be. But in any case, I hope that you stick around and I hope you enjoy it, because I'm looking forward to having fun with this game. Hopefully you're looking forward to watching it. And if nothing else, you can just hang out with me for a little bit and watch this and enjoy the music and the atmosphere and all that and see where it takes us. Do you want to skip the tutorial cases? I do not. If you've seen me play any games, you know I need all the help that I could possibly get, because I suck. That main theme song by Andrew Hale is like one of my favorites. I've listened to it in my car on repeat I don't know how many times. Oh.
A city on the verge of greatness. A new type of city, based not on the man, but on the automobile. The car. The symbol of freedom and vitality. Where every man can own his own home and have room to breathe and not be overlooked by his neighbors.
Back when homes were worth, or cost what, like 12,000?
City where a man's home is his castle. A quarter acre of the dream made possible by victory.
Yeah, I wish, man. Not gonna get that in 2023. Hell no.
The city of opportunists. The city of dreams, where Hollywood will shape the thoughts and desires of the entire planet. The city of pioneers. A city of dreamers.
The facial expressions in this are amazing. Maybe not by comparison to modern technology, but back then, that was very impressive. Andrew Hale. Must be his brother, Simon?
A city of undercurrents, where not everything is as it seems.
Yeah, before Los Angeles turned to a total shithole.
A 20th century city that will become a model for the world. A city that has no boundaries, that will stretch as far as the eye can see.
Can you imagine having a home like that in modern day? Where like it costs you $24,000 tops for like so much.
Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with them. You know what you're fighting for and that you're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is on the pad, or whether it's your partner, or maybe even the watch commander. So who do you trust, Cole? I made up my mind a long time ago.
KGPL calling caller 14 Adam. 14 Adam, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam, see the detective, an ambulance shooting at 6th and Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniform assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code 2.
Roger, 14 Adam en route.
Now the game has...
Go again. They don't request uniform evidence search unless there's some kind of catch. Ever the optimist. From the beam of sunshine himself.
The game has a somewhat semi-open world, but it's not like Grand Theft Auto. You're not going around stealing cars. You're not looking to try to find a better vehicle. In fact, the cars that you drive around with feel really good and handle very well. They're really good cars to drive, so it actually feels a little weird trying to get used to how sensitive and responsive they are. Since most of the time the cars suck in games that you play where you need to get upgrades and whatever.
Floyd Rose, Homicide. You might back up?
Yes, sir. Phelps and Dunn, Wilshire Division.
We had a shooting took place down this alleyway. We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue. Witness says a tall white guy, our shooter, Put 2 in the Vic's head and then through his piece. I need you guys to try and recover the gat.
You want us to look anywhere in particular?
Yeah.
Give it your best shot, guys. The dead guy's a lowlife. I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to technical services.
You hurried up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
Oh man, I'm really looking forward to this game.
This is a fist hump. Just going through the motions.
Probably right. Let's just get it over and done.
All right, have it your way. We'll search right up to the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me and we'll talk it out. 2 heads are always better than 1.
There's a bunch of hidden things throughout the game. Mostly, though, what I remember is newspaper clippings. There's a lot of junk around here, and a lot of things that he can interact with, but, like, that means nothing. Like this, for example. He can pick up the bottle, but there's nothing here. And it's nice because Cole will tell you. So if it's like, if you're looking at something and you're not quite sure if it's a clue, maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
It's not my job to pick through other people's trash.
They say things to help you kind of sort that out. This one is something we can look at, though.
What have you got, Phelps? Anything?
Dr. Fontaine, could I have a word?
Of course, young man.
I really enjoyed your lecture, Doctor. Psychiatry seems to have a tremendous amount to offer.
Why, thank you. I'm always happy to receive acknowledgement for my work. The mind is the last great mystery in medicine. Are you thinking of specializing, Mr.
Sheldon, or Courtney Sheldon. I'm only in 2nd year, Doctor. They fast-tracked me a year because of my experience during the war.
Ah.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Battle fatigue and collapse under duress. Can it be helped?
I would say yes, given the right set of circumstances. Trauma forces the mind to close down, retreat in on itself. We try to find ways to unlock the mind again through a combination of therapy and drug treatment. Hypnosis and therapy are powerful tools in the right hands, Sheldon.
I've been to visit some of the guys at the VA hospital. A good friend of mine, he's so far away. It's like he's wandering
You
around.
went through a lot together.
Yes, Doctor.
Give me his details and I'll make a prognosis. I have a number of clinics in Los Angeles, Courtney Sheldon, and your penance, for your friend's help, is to come and work at one of them in your spare time, with what little spare time a medical student has. Is that a deal?
Is it ever? I can't thank you enough.
I'm not promising a cure, Courtney. I want you to remember that. Every physician has patients that he cannot hope to cure, for whom he can only smooth the path to death.
So dark and ominous.
I tell you, I'm jinxed. I always get landed with this crap.
Okay, I think there might be some other things around here that we can look at and grab, but I'm not sure. I thought maybe there was one other thing here that I always missed, but I don't.
Cole, come take a look at this.
I see the blood splatter. I thought maybe there was another newspaper around here somewhere. Maybe not. Also, if you can't see much, don't worry. It's not just you. It's
a waste of
super dark here. I already know where I need to go. I know how to complete this by memory because I've done it so many times, but I always miss the details. I think there's some other stuff around here, maybe under a crate or something. I don't actually know. I just know that there's things. And I just wanted to be thorough looking around here just in case, like, I missed something interesting. Yeah, paintbrush, nothing. A lot of trash here. I think that there's a bullet casing, cigarette. See, the cigarette I would find interesting.
Not sure this means much.
But see, he doesn't, because back in the 30s, they didn't have things to check for DNA, things for fingerprints and stuff like that. It's probably much more difficult to gather evidence. I bet there's something in here, though. No? Okay. Yeah, I don't think he has any, like, attack ability right now, so he can't break the crates, but I could have sworn there was something else of interest around here. Minus the actual thing that I know where the murder weapon is, for example. Yeah, I know. Blood.
Shooter put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
Doesn't really matter how you go once you're gone.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
Damn. That's a very interesting way to put it. It doesn't matter how you go once you're gone. I think also something happens if you try to walk too far. The yellow boundary barricades here indicate like beyond that doesn't have anything of use. I do know where I need to go next. I was just kind of looking around.
Ralph, there's something on the rooftop.
How the hell did you see that?
A reflection in the window. Looks like it might be our weapon. I'm gonna see if I can find a way up there.
All right, don't hurt yourself.
I really feel like Ralph doesn't have the sort of attitude that reflects a partner that's like, I don't know. I feel like,
Guns up on the roof, right?
I don't know, just because you're a partner doesn't mean you're friends, but he just has a demeanor to him that makes him kind of seem like a dick. But it could also be the era. It just might be how people are. Cole's different in that way. Sometimes.
What kind of chumps do these homicide guys think we are?
Smith & Wesson, serial S71893.
Two shots fired.
2 rounds fired. And instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
We should follow up on this now, before the perp tries to leave town.
We have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
Could show some initiative, Ralph, and see if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
Also, too, this game is going to be perfect because if you've watched any of my other playthroughs, there's a chance that you've...
About this. It's not really our gig.
No harm in doing some digging. The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Such a little Boy Scout, Cole. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather round up drunks and help old ladies across the road?
I'd rather get through the day without the captain's foot up my ass.
It'll be fine, Ralph. You worry too much.
As I was saying, if you've watched any of my other playthroughs, then you know that every once in a while you can hear really loud cars and sirens and things. That's because I live next to a busy street, but I also live next to like a handful of hospitals, a fire department, and the police station. And earlier, while I was getting this game set up, I was like, oh, it would be really great to catch the ambulance driving by my apartment right now at full blast, because the road is like right out my window. Oh, and the siren is a cool feature because everybody gets out of the way. You see that in Grand Theft Auto, but they're very responsive in this game for it. See, like, look at that. That's pretty good. This guy just didn't move at all. I feel like there's probably a very, very niche demographic of people that are interested in this sort of era, let alone this game. But, man, I'm really hoping there's a... Dude, what are you doing? A bit of an audience. That was actually my fault, I think. A bit of an audience for this because it's a masterpiece of a game. One that I've never known anyone else to play. If you've played this game before, let me know. I want to know your thoughts, but don't spoil anything. It's been like, Jesus, over 10 years since the game came out, and probably more than 6 years since I've played it. My memory sucks, so I barely remember anything about this game. So I'm gonna need you guys to respect that, because that's the whole thing, is like the whodunit and everything else that's going on here. That's the interesting part of the game. This guy. Gold-handled doors allow you to enter.
Officers Phelps and Dunn. Can you tell us anything about this gun?
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357, nickel-plated with pearl grips. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner?
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino. These babies are only available special order. Here's my Smith & Wesson order book.
You mind if I take a look?
Be my guest.
What was the number again?
Something bad, right?
We can check our book, but I believe it's
Model 27 with pearl grips, Cole. You see it on there?
S7 1983. It's probably the easiest way to find it. Numbers 1893. There it is. Errol Schroeder.
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder, 203 South Glass Street. Ordered the gun in February 46. Thanks, you've been a big help.
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
I actually knew an Errol once. I've only known one Errol my whole life. Good guy, actually.
Do we call it in?
Nice guy.
Let's see if he's at home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Lead the way, Gunga Din.
What the hell does that mean? In for a penny, in for a pound, Gunga Din? I don't know what those things mean. Also, too, the things that I don't mean, I really hope that I don't, like, misunderstand the context of something and it's like some sort of really outrageous, derogatory insult. I'd be like, I don't know what that's called, Gunga Din, and it's like, I don't know, super racist against Polish people or something, I don't know.
Hard, was it? Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative.
Nah, damn it, I can't get out of here, can I?
Seems a little too good to be true. One-of-a-kind murder weapon bought locally.
There we go.
Real name. If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal mastermind.
Most of them aren't. That's why they get caught. 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Another fact from the Phelps Encyclopedia of Thin Air. They are full of it.
Phelps Encyclopedia of Thin Air. Also, too, the NPCs get really pissed when you damage, like, property and cars and stuff, so I'm actually gonna do my best to try and abide by... Well, not really abide by laws. I'm a police officer. I can do what I want. But I don't want to wreck my car or cause any property damage, because that's another thing. I'm pretty sure you get judged on that. Causing property damage. I feel like that was true. I don't remember, though. Look how sensitive the turning is. It's really crazy. All right, let's see. Where is this guy at? I think it's an apartment complex. Oxley's Menswear? That's not the apartment, is it? .203. I wonder if there's a 203 on the outside of the property. I know I can go in there, but, like, that's an apartment? I wouldn't have even thought that. Only because it doesn't really look like... I don't know, I wouldn't have thought there was an apartment here. But whatever. Schroeder, number 2.
Schroeder, apartment 2.
Interesting. Is there, like, a flashlight button, I'm wondering?
So what next?
You want to pay this Schroeder character a visit, don't you? Let's roll.
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Cole Phelps. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer. What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this.
Okay, fighting. Here we go.
You ready, tough guy? Huh?
That's so good. Oh, yeah, you just got your ass kicked, Errol, bitch.
You all right?
I'm fine. I hardly felt it. He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Interesting.
I'm gonna take a look around.
What do we got here? Artie Rosenberg, Summer, Frank, Clayton, Lieber Tate, F. Greer, Kaplan, Ted Rossi. Dolby, Thibodeau, Freddie, Floyd Rose.
List of names in a series of numbers. Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Who the hell's Floyd Rose?
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation. Or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner. And leave the book where you found it.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247, requesting.
Everybody smoked back then. The game's also incredibly cinematic, which is what makes, I think, a bit of a draw. Or a draw in.
Dumb fucking sons of bitches, get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant, but...
Excuse me? Fuck you. You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
Didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly.
Jesus.
All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill.
Any other gentlemen for OCS? OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
What's the OCS?
Well, you picked the right place, Cole. A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. But the force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence. You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end one way.
Palookaville.
211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and Loan, 1415 West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identified, code 3.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks from here.
14 Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle the 211.
Roger that, 14 Adam. Be advised, suspects are armed and dangerous.
I think we have a bit of a shootout in this one, maybe?
KGPL. 14 Adam en route.
OCS is Officer Candidate School. One of 4 paths to become a commissioned officer in the Army. Interesting. Good to know. I'm not sure we were supposed to know that. I think the game still holds up pretty well, don't you? I think it looks pretty good. I mean, obviously it's a little dated, but like, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Make it quick, you guys. The cops are here. We gotta move it.
All right, time to shoot some guys, I guess. Open trunk and retrieve a weapon. All right, 2 down. Damn, got them good. All right. Notice that we don't have, like, health or anything.
How long do you think you can hold out?
Oh, a shotgun to the head, dude.
Keep your goddamn head down. Use the cover, Phelps. We don't know how many are in there. Take it slow. Backup will be here soon.
Stay down.
I can't jump over the wall, can I?
Kill a cop, and it's the electric chair.
Damn, bloody splatter on that one.
We got them all? I think we got them, Cole. Should be all clear.
Yeah, see, that's about the extent of the action.
Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotguns, you're either going to end up dead or wearing a citation. So I guess...
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there. I'm glad you had my back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner. This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive it first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer Syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead, Kelso.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Interesting point.
Cole Phelps and Jack Kelso. With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. In my case, you can add the war to that.
Yep.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before he jumped parole. Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car. Wendell Bowers! Stop! LAPD!
You can go screw yourselves.
Just shoot him. Just shoot the guy.
Watch it!
He's hiding in the alley!
Welcome to that. I kind of just want to shoot him. I don't know if it'll let you, though.
Bowers! Hold it right there! Stop now or I will shoot! I won't tell you again, Wendell.
This is so goofy. I love it.
Watch your fire! You don't want to do this, Wendell. Get down from there right now! Give it up, Wendell!
Where do you think you're going?
Away from me!
Does he kick you? Yeah, I think he kicks you if you get too close too fast.
Kidding! You fucking asked for it!
Pull a gun out and shoot him in the ankle.
No way I'm going back inside! I've done my time!
It's over, Bowers!
You assholes already screwed me once!
I like how all the instructions are just run towards the thing and the game will do the rest.
There's nowhere left to go!
We've got the place to ourselves.
Oh my god. Oh! Haymaker, bitch! Well, more of a right hook. I don't know. Whatever.
Parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
Something like that. Love it.
Part of the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill, 10. Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 2. Leadership, Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 1. Candidate Kelso!
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
Damn. About to get kicked. Low scores and everything.
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one, Cole.
Majority in both branches of Congress. The capital awaits the arrival of...
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Ambulance and the police.
Stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
I swear, this town is going straight to
Everybody stay back. Let us do our job.
All right. I think it's a good point for us to stop, though. There's so much more of this game left, and I know it's a bit... I don't want to say it's a slow start, because this is just kind of the pace that the game goes in. Things kind of go in different directions, but I really love this style, and I think it's also a normal or an abnormal shift away from like what we typically play on the channel. So I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping that you guys are as well. If you did enjoy this first episode of our playthrough of LA Noire, you can show your love by hitting the like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Any feedback for me, leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, don't forget to take a look at the description box. There's some links that might be of interest to you, one of which is a link to the Marcanine community Discord server. If you want to be part of that group, you can chat with me directly. That community is still small, but it is growing and thriving. We have over 100 members, I think about 120 members now. There's a lot of activity there. A lot of people are involved in talking with each other about games, not games, trading cards. Chat with me. I'm very, very active and present there too. So if you have something you want to say to me, feedback there, whatever you want to do, come chat, come say hello. Regardless, though, I appreciate you and your time, and hope to see you when we continue with more of our playthrough of LA Noire right here on the Marcanine channel. All right, guys, that's it for me. Take care, be well. I'll see you next time.